Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie and today is a very special day because I am celebrating 2 years on YouTube. Yes, this month is my YouTube anniversary, so I am celebrating 2 years on BookTube, and oh my gosh, I am just so excited. There's so much I want to talk about. I kind of want to just review how the past year has gone, how things have changed, what I'm looking forward to moving, into the future. There's things that I want to talk about, and I just would love to indulge in this kind of reflection moment for today. So thanks so much for joining me today. Fair warning, I'm trying to manage the sound, but they are doing construction right outside my window, so sorry about that if you hear any of that. But today I am going to be looking at some questions from the BookTube anniversary tag, and I will link the original tag creator and their video down in the description below. I'm going to be going over some of those questions, as well as just, going off on little tangents as it's going to happen. But let's go ahead and jump right into that tag with the first question being, which anniversary are you celebrating? That is 2 years. So happy about it. Next question, what genre or genres do you focus on your channel? Well, I do read pretty widely. Honestly, I read a little bit of everything. I read literary fiction is really where I like to live, but to be honest, if you look at my channel content, it doesn't seem that literary focused all the time, but that is like what I tend to like the most. And then I also am reading a lot of horror. I'm reading a lot of recent releases, new releases, kind of what's popular in the world of BookTube. So I do read pretty widely. My kind of big blind spots for reading, though, are romance and thriller. I don't tend to like them, and YA, although this year I've read a lot of YA, which is kind of interesting. But romance and thriller, two genres I tend not to delve into very much. But, even every now and then, I will throw one of those on my channel as well. So, lots of variety, and I hope to just continue that trend. Question number 3 is, what are you most proud of on your channel? And in the past year, I have just been so proud of how I have been able to really cultivate my, sense of self on my channel, I guess, and really figuring out, what do I love to do? What works for me? What feels authentic to me? So I'm really proud of how that's developed. I'm proud of the, community that I've been able to embrace during my time on BookTube. I love the friends I've made on BookTube. I'm so happy that those, relationships have grown. I'm, so happy and honored to be a part of the BACKLIST book club with myself and Bandy's books. That is just something I'm just so over the moon about. So I'm really happy about that. But if we're looking at videos, some of my favorite videos I've made in the past year, last September I did a self-care 24-hour readathon, and I really loved doing that, and I'm hoping I can kind of bring that back and maybe make it more of an actual built out thing. So I'm looking to do that again. I really enjoyed doing that last year. I've been really proud of all the recent release book reviews I've been able to do. I feel like hopefully those are helpful to someone, and I enjoy making them. I really have been having a good time with my vlogs. I've been kind of finding my footing there. And speaking of vlogs, one of my favorite vlogs that I made in the past year was my Walking Dead vlog. I had so much fun with that, and I just, that made me proud to make because it was such a passion project for me. So I really loved that. And then the last thing I'll mention is my Atlanta Indie Bookshop crawl, which I've done for the past 2 years, and I'm going to make that an annual tradition, and it's a really, really, really fun vlog for me to do. So I'm happy to kind of make that an ongoing series on my channel. Question number 4 is, do I receive ARCs, that is advanced reader copies of books? And no, I don't get sent any ARCs from the publisher or anything, but I do have a source for getting ARCs, and that works out pretty well, but I don't always do the best job of reading the ARCs in time, which is why I'm not, and I dabbled in doing NetGalley, but to be honest, I don't like reading books on ebook, so that's not a great form for me. And I've discovered something about myself, and that for a minute I was like, oh, I want to be the first person to read this book, but that's really just not in general how I prefer to do it. I would much rather get a couple trusted reviews underway before I choose to pick up that book, just so that, you know, I know what I'm focusing my time on. So I don't do ARCs that much, but that being said, I do have several. I have a source for getting ARCs, and one of my upcoming vlogs is going to be an ARC reading vlog because I desperately need to get to some of those that I have on my shelf. Question number 5 is, what types of videos do you like to do the most on your channel? I guess I would say reading vlogs, just because they are the, I guess, easiest to make. I said this last year and I didn't end up doing it, but I'll say it again. I would love to find a way to do more of a more casual video in between the reading vlogs, kind of like what Books and Lala does, where she has her vlogs where she's actually reading the books on the weekends, and then on Wednesdays she does casual videos that are talking about books but does not actually involve reading the books in that moment, because obviously with the reading vlogs they just take so long to make and you have to read all the books. So I'm trying to figure out what my angle is for that, but I don't know. I don't have any plans right now, so it's something I'm just continuing to kind of work through. But I do love doing like the 2 videos I did last year. I did live reacting to the Goodreads Choice Awards. I really enjoyed doing that. Live reacting and live voting was super fun. And then I also did a live reaction to the New York Times 100 Best Books of the 21st Century. Loved doing that. I love the opportunity to just kind of like look through those lists and to discuss my thoughts on a bunch of books at once. So those that were really, really fun for me. And then, of course, doing the wrap-ups. I know wrap-ups are kind of a thing of the past in BookTube, but they're still very active, I know, but they're still something that I just think is really fun. Question 6 is, what type of videos do you like to watch on other people's channels? Well, I definitely love themed reading vlogs, which is, I think, more of the direction that BookTube is starting to go, largely because of those very big creators that do those huge themed reading vlogs. And I think it just makes sense, like, to do it that way, instead of like weekly vlogs. I don't know. I still know a lot of creators that do just casual weekly vlogs, but I tend to like mine when they're more themed. However, the downside to that is that I don't particularly like to read like 3 books with the same theme all at once intentionally. I just feel like things get a little stale, even if the books are pretty wildly different. I don't know. I just feel like that's not how I tend to actually enjoy reading. But that's why something like just doing like an ARC reading vlog, well, I could have ARCs in 3 different genres. The books could be completely different, but still we have a little theme for that vlog. So that's kind of, again, something that I'm working through of like, how can I make my vlogs intentional, but also still match who I am as a reader? So that's a long-winded answer, but I like to watch reading vlogs. Question 7 is, was there anything that you tried on your channel last year that didn't work? I don't think so, actually. I've really been very happy with how I have been able to kind of create my schedule, plan out certain videos, and for the most part, they do get done. I mean, I'll say I have a lot more video ideas than the ones that actually, make it to the channel, but I'm pretty happy with, like, if I have 3 ideas, at least one of those ideas is going to be made. So that's, I'm happy with that. I had a whole bunch of summer videos planned and most of them got made. So I was really, really happy with that. I decided to start a new vlog series on my channel, which is the summer reading vlogs. And those, I did only get to 3 of them because, to be honest, I probably started them a little bit late. Next year, when I do it again, I will start prepping way earlier and hit the ground running on June 1st. So yeah, I mean, I would say, I guess, like the summer reading vlog series, I would have liked to do more of those, but I think for my first year doing it, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Similarly, it says, question 8, is there anything that you've done on your channel last year that you won't continue doing this year? No, actually. If anything, I'm just going to do more of everything next year. Now, like I said, having the experience of like cultivating a calendar and figuring out like how long does it take me to do things, that's something that really only can come with experience. And I think that now I have like a much better grasp just in general of like the BookTube calendar, how things operate. Like I know, when Summer Ween is last year I did, this year, 2024, I did the Escape the Readathon in May, and that was so much fun. I can't wait to do that again. This year is going to be my first year really being able to actively participate in Halloween readathon, so I'm very excited about that. Just being more in tune with the natural, BookTube content calendar has really helped me this year, and it's just getting better. So I hope that I do more of everything next year. And then question 9 is there anything that you plan to do more of this year? Well, I already said a bunch of things, but the one thing that I haven't mentioned. Now, this is something that I said I would do last year, and I didn't do it. So when I first started my channel, yes, I wanted to be BookTube, but I also wanted to have some travel content as well. Not like a lot, but I did want to have some things that were more like specifically like if somebody was searching in YouTube, like I need a review of this hotel, or like I want to know about this destination. Like it was more, I wanted to create stuff that was more like specifically for that search, rather than with my BookTube content, which is just if you are in the world of BookTube, you may come across it. That's really more how BookTube works, rather than what travel content I was trying to create. But the issue is I did not end up creating any travel content in my past year on BookTube, and the reason for that is that it's just really, really time consuming. It's hard because when I do a travel video, I want to give you the most in-depth information I can possibly do. And unlike with BookTube, where I just get in front of a camera and talk about, my thoughts on books, with the travel content, I want it to be very, scripted, very accurate, a lot of research heavy. I want it to be the highest quality of video that I can make. And I just don't have a lot of time to do that. But I am going to set myself a goal of doing one travel video per quarter in 2025. So that is my hope. And we'll see if I can just, dip my toes. Like, I don't need to make a travel video every single week, but to kind of hit that desire, I do need to have some sort of concrete, achievable goal. So that is what I plan to do. I did do a vlog from Mexico this year, and I actually did go to Hawaii this year, but I didn't even make a vlog about that, so it's just hard. Travel content is really, really, really tough, and it's why I don't do it a lot, but I would love to. I would love to find a way to make that work. Question 10 is there anything new that you plan to add to your channel next year? Well, I mean, I guess I kind of just answered that because I didn't do any travel, and I only have one travel video that's actually live. So, I guess it would be that. Number 11 is what challenges do you face on your channel? I don't know that I would really say challenges, but I would just say that, it always takes time to actually read the books. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I can finish this book in, 3 days. And it takes me a week to a week and a half. And so it's like, well, that vlog or that video that I was thinking about making is not going to happen now. So that is really the main thing, is that time is challenging to deal with. But everybody on BookTube has that same issue. So it is what it is, that's how it goes. Question number 12 is what equipment do you use to film your videos? I just use my iPhone. Maybe someday I would like to invest in a real camera, but like, why would I do that right now when I don't, I just don't need it? Maybe if ever one day I have, a couple thousand followers, maybe I will invest in a real camera, but it's just not the priority to me. I don't need my channel to look the best. I want it to be about my thoughts on books. That's really like what the core of this is. So pretty simple. Question 13 is what is your one best piece of advice you can give to another booktuber? I'm not qualified for advice. I still am not. I said this last year, and I'm certainly not any more qualified this year. But I think if I would, instead of giving it to another booktuber, I would just like, what advice would I give to my past self starting out? I think I would just say I would say the more that you can plan in advance, the better you're going to be. But I also know that that's not how, when I was starting out my BookTube channel, that's not how I wanted to operate, but it is kind of core to my personality. I'm a very type A person. I love to plan things out, and I should have known that would be something that I would want to do, because if I could have known then how much I'd be interested in, like, doing the readathons and, the timing of things, if I would have recognized how important that would be to me, I think I could have planned things out a little bit better. But you know what? I'm learning that now, and I'm very excited for 2025 that I now have that knowledge to go in and make the best BookTube content I can make. And the final question in this tag is, what is the best part of having a BookTube channel? The best part of having a BookTube channel, honestly, is the people. It's the people. I mean, it's really great. I was actually just talking about this yesterday, that in today's world, it is not easy to find people that are similar to you, that have similar interests, that there's a place that you can actually meet and interact with those people. It's tough to find that in the real world, and so I'm glad that we do have a little tiny section of the internet that is just dedicated to making those friendships, and I continue to want to cultivate those relationships, because what is all of this for if not to build a community and share interests? Reading is a very typically solitary activity, and BookTube has created a beautiful way for us to all share in that solitary activity, and I just love it so much. Those are all the questions from this tag. Anything else I want to get off my chest right now? Well, first of all, thank you so much. If you are subscribed to me, I am honestly just like so blown away. At the current day of filming, I have 385 beautiful subscribers. So thank you so much for being a part of my continuing BookTube journey. It's so much fun to make these videos, to talk to friends, to chat in the comments, to watch everybody else's videos. I spend so much time watching BookTube, so believe me, if you have a BookTube channel, I'm watching, and I would like to chat with you more. So if you have a BookTube channel and you want to be friends, just like let me know in the comments where your channel is, and I will go there and find it. Also, thank you to anybody who is subscribed to me, not subscribed, is following me on Instagram. I know I'm so bad at posting over there. That should be a goal for 2025, but I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. I'm bad at posting like the actual static posts, but I love to hang out on stories over there. So go ahead, give me a follow. We can have little book chats in the comments. So thank you for that. I'm very excited. I'm excited because I feel like I'm really starting to understand how the process works for me, between how long it takes me to read books, how long it takes me to make the videos, what I want the videos to feel like. All of these things have really just come together in the past year, and it makes me so excited for the future, because I just feel like we're going up, we got nowhere to go but up. So that's very exciting. Thank you guys so much for being here on my second BookTube anniversary. I would love to continue to hang out with you in the future. So have a wonderful rest of your day, week, month, and year, and I will see you back here next time. Thanks so much. Bye.